What's up, guys? I'm Chance. This is Coffee Chance, and I'm about to show you a French press tutorial. Easy, simple, add romance into your coffee brewing life. For this, you'll need some coffee. Of course, how do you make coffee otherwise? Scale, keep the proportions exact. A grinder. How else do we grind the whole bean coffee? Because that's how we keep it. A kettle. How do we want to boil the water without a kettle? And finally, a mug to enjoy everything. And with that, you are ready. Alright guys, let's get down to business. But seriously, the first thing you're going to want to do is bring your French press up to heat by pouring hot water in. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. Then you're going to want to put the cap on, leaving all of the steam and heat in so the French press can get moist and warm like we like. Then turn to your beans because you're going to start to grind. At this point, you guys are probably saying, Chance, you're always going on about how important exact proportions for every specific coffee brewing method is. What's the exact proportions for a French press? Well, for the French press, I'm using about 30 grams of coffee beans to about 400 milliliters of water. And in terms of consistency, I'm using a medium coarse grind. And if you compare that to the pour over per se, it's a lot more coarse because it uses a medium fine grind. Also pretty self-explanatory, I think. So after this, you're going to pour the water out of the French press and pour the beans to the bottom. And this is where it all starts to get serious, guys. We want to be very exact because this is where it all matters. So get out your scale, and you know what? We're going to be even more exact. Get out your timer. And the time that you're going to let the coffee steep in a French press is about 4 minutes. Actually, it's exactly 4 minutes, so be exact with that. But first, you're going to want to let the coffee bloom. So you're going to want to pour about double the amount of water that you have in coffee beans. So I have 30 grams of coffee beans. I'm going to be pouring 60 grams of water to let all of the coffee bloom and everything extract, start to outgas. But first, I'm going to want to mix it vigorously, very vigorously, so everything dampens and does start to extract in the bloom. After 30 seconds, you're going to want to pour the additional 400 milliliters of water in. And now it's just a waiting game, guys. We're waiting for everything to start and just finish extracting. Through the 4 minutes, it's going to finish and we're going to come to the plunge. Alright guys, we have come to the most important point in our entire life. The coffee is done and we are ready for the plunge. The plunge is another huge opportunity for us because it has the ability to tell us if we got the coffee grind down just right. If it's too easy to push down, you probably grind the coffee a little too coarse. Try grinding a little more fine next time. If it's too hard to push down, you probably grind the coffee a little too fine. Try grinding a little more coarse next time. But as always, like and subscribe, enjoy the coffee, and I will see you next time, guys.